welcome him for today's event. Ladies and gentlemen, we will be starting today's program. Right in front of you, we have Khasi Creative Society, who will be performing the national anthem. Let us all stand up, and the Khasi Creative Society will sing the national anthem. Be seated. Thank you very much. Established in 2011, Khasi Creative Society is an organization dedicated to fostering cultural, artistic expression and creativity. Guided by the motto, nurturing talent, skills and creativity, our society endeavors to support and bring to life the imaginative ideas of individuals. Khasi Creative Society members are from Nongstoin, Sora and Shillong. One of their most vital performances was when the girls of Khasi Creative Society sang Vande Mataram, Ma Tujhe Salam as the India versus Bangladesh AFC Asian Cup qualifier match in Shillong. You may have remembered that. This performance, along with Relo, Thueki Dornot, won hearts online and was widely shared on social media. Let's clap for Khasi Creative Society. They have one more song for all of you.
Over my
That was quite an amazing performance by none other than Khasi Creative Society. We wish the group all the very best. Ladies and gentlemen, it's time for you to hear, why are you here today? As you can see right on top out there, it's Meghalaya Calling. Meghalaya Calling is an event that invites the country and the world to the state of Meghalaya. Today, that invitation is in the form of our state launching multiple milestones and celebrating achievements of those who tirelessly contributes to the growth of the tourism ecosystem. If you remember, on the 27th of this month, we had World Tourism Day, and this program is an extension to that, and we are calling it Meghalaya Calling. Right now, as we proceed in today's affair, we will surprise you with a few things here and there, but right now it's time for us to felicitate our guests and dignitaries. We are very, very happy and always grateful to the Honorable Chief Minister of Meghalaya, Shri Conrad K. Sangma, for being here with us today. Of course, you've seen his social media, you've seen him everywhere, and his passion for the state is ever, growing day by day. Let's welcome him on stage. He will be felicitated, and I also request Sir Vijay Kumar D. It'll be great if you can accompany the Honorable Chief Minister on stage. We also have the director. I request him to kindly come on stage. Yes, ma'am. Accompanying on stage right now is Dr. Vijay Kumar D, IAS Commissioner, Secretary, Tourism Department. Thank you, sir. Yes. So we also have the release of the Chief Minister's Meghalaya Homestay Mission Scheme document, and we will be unveiling that as of this moment. Ladies and gentlemen, we shall proceed with today's program. I request the Commissioner and Secretary, Tourism Department, Government of Meghalaya, Dr. Vijay Kumar, to kindly give us the opening address.
Our Honorable Chief Minister, Shri Conrad K. Sangma, our officials from the Tourism Department, the Director, officials from MAL, MTDC, all the tourism stakeholders who are here, Banlum, Hotels Association stakeholders, homestay owners who are here, our partners from Outlook with whom we are doing the Responsible Tourism Awards, and all the entrepreneurs, tourism stakeholders, young people who are here. A very, very good morning to you all. It's a pleasure and it's a delight that we are all gathered here and our Honorable Chief Minister is here with us to celebrate the World Tourism Day. As was rightly said, we started the celebrations on the 27th of September on Saturday, so we are continuing the celebrations today. So tourism, as we all know, happens to be a very, very important sector for the state. So though we are a small state, the potential of tourism in our state is tremendous, as we all know, from the natural beauty that we have, the cultural heritage that we have, the musical heritage which was demonstrated by the choir just now. Combining all this, we all know that Meghalaya has a huge potential for tourism, and Meghalaya is a very important state even on the national scale for tourism. So it is apt that we are doing this grand celebration. I want to take this opportunity to welcome our Honorable Chief Minister, to thank him for all the support, for all the guidance that he has been giving to us in the tourism department. In fact, most of the initiatives that we see in the department have all started from the time when Sir was the tourism minister, and as Chief Minister he continues to guide us. I'd like everyone to give a huge round of applause as a thank you and gratitude to the Honorable Chief Minister. I'd also like to welcome everyone else, and given the short time that we have, I'd stick to 2-3 important points. As we know, tourism is all about empowerment of stakeholders on both sides. This is what I was thinking. So this is one set of stakeholders are our own stakeholders in the state, whether it is the tourist taxi entrepreneurs, whether it is the homestay people, whether it is the hoteliers. So all the people who are providing the tourism service, that is all of us, including the tourism department. So there is one level of empowerment that is needed on the supply side. Then there is the demand side, which is basically the clientele who are coming into our state, all the tourists who are coming into our state. So they also need to be empowered, to be facilitated. So all the initiatives we are taking up in the tourism department over the years are in some sense designed to empower these two sets of stakeholders. So today, we launched the new homestay scheme, which we are calling the Chief Minister's Meghalaya Homestay Mission. I stand corrected, it's a mission, it's not a scheme. In fact, we debated this, we had a very beautiful homestay scheme. This homestay scheme, we were doing in convergence with PM EGP. So 35% subsidy was coming from the state government under this scheme, and 35% subsidy is coming from PM EGP. So this scheme, the existing scheme which we have, is a wonderful model of convergence with an existing Government of India scheme. It has worked well. While our target was to do 2,000 homestays, we have been successful in sanctioning close to 800 homestays. So we are in the process of taking up the balanced target. But what has changed is that two things have changed now. One is Meghalaya, as you can all see, has become the most preferred tourism destination. Shillong, Skyscanner keeps on repeating this, that Shillong is the most searched tourism destination. So there is an urgent need now. We felt that instead of a scheme, now we need a mission. We need a mission to expand the number of stays. Because today we have a shortage. Today we have about 9,000 plus rooms in the state. So when we project to 2028, we will need about 19,000 rooms. So there is a huge shortage. We are doing a number of projects under the Chief Minister's guidance. We are taking up PPP projects. We are doing various state government projects. All those will still create about 3,000 rooms only. So we still have a shortage of 6,000 rooms. And the second thing that is interesting thing that is happening is the National Games will be hosted by Meghalaya in 2027. So when we host the National Games and when we shine on the national stage, we felt we have to be ready. That is the reason why today we have changed the homestay scheme into a Chief Minister's Meghalaya Homestay Mission. We want to do it in a mission mode so that in 3 years' time, we have these 3,000 new homestays. And again, with the approval of the Honorable Chief Minister, we have increased the subsidy now to 70%. 70% fully funded from the state government. We have delinked the state scheme from PM EGP because PM EGP is also kind of getting revamped. So we don't know how the new PM EGP scheme will be. So given that uncertainty, it has been decided that the state government will give 70% subsidy to set up these homestays on a mission mode. And another very interesting thing we are doing is now we are tying up each of the new homestay beneficiary with a design consultant, with many of our local architectural firms. There are many architectural firms here. The tourism department empaneled all these firms. So we are tying up each of the beneficiary with a firm, and they will help them in designing an aesthetic homestay. So this process we have started with the current existing scheme also, but in the new scheme, this will be a very, very big component. We have provided the budgeting for that component as well. So that is the highlight of the scheme, whose scheme document has just been launched. So coming back to what I was saying, so we are looking at various ways of empowering our stakeholders. So this is a very, very important one.
Similarly, today, the other two initiatives that we are going to launch are to empower the stakeholders on the demand side. So one is the helpline number that we are launching today. This helpline number will be, again, one of its kind in the country, where the tourists will be able to call, will be able to get information in 7 different languages. It's a multi-language helpline. So once it is launched, anybody from outside the state, from within the state, will be able to call and find out information. A third thing we are doing today is also launching our brand new website. Already, the tourism website of the state was in very good shape. I'm sure many of you, have used it and have benefited from it. But now we are launching it in a much more user-friendly way, enriching it with a lot of content and making it much more user-friendly. So these are some of the tools that we are putting out to empower the stakeholders, to empower our stakeholders here and the tourists, so that the industry can thrive, so that more and more tourists can come to the state, and our goal has always been to make tourism experiential. That's why a number of experiential projects are being built in the state. So today, the average stay of the tourist in Meghalaya is about 1.5 days. So we want to make it into 3 days. So by 27, when all these projects are done, when the National Games comes to Meghalaya, we aspire that the number of tourists today from 16 lakhs, it goes to 25 lakhs, and the stay duration we have to double. So any tourist who is coming into Meghalaya should be able to stay at least for 3 days. So that's the reason we are creating a number of experiential products. So I'm sure with all these and with the support of all the stakeholders, we'll be able to really achieve huge strides in the tourism sector. I'd also like to place a note of appreciation to the Outlook Group. We have been partnering with them for the last 3 years. We are doing the Responsible Tourism Awards. Today, those awards will be given out by the Honorable Chief Minister. I'm delighted to hear that many stakeholders, they're very keen for these awards, because that gives them good branding from the tourist side. When they say that they have an Outlook Responsible Tourism Award, so tourists feel more confident to go to their properties, go to their restaurants. So this is another initiative which we have taken up, which is in the 3rd year. So I thank the Outlook Group. Once again, I'd like to thank everyone, and I'd like to welcome everyone to take part in the deliberations, to take part in all the initiatives of the state government, and especially the Homestay Scheme. The application is online. It is already ready to apply. If there is anybody here, you can apply right now also for the Homestay Scheme. Of course, one thing that we have put is that we want to give priority to uncovered clusters. Because last Homestay Scheme, many of the beneficiaries have been from Shillong and around, and Tura and around. So in this new program, we want to give preference to uncovered clusters, so that more tourists can go to these newer clusters, whether it is a Kinshi, whether it is a Mausandram, whether it is a Sintung. There are so many unexplored areas in the state where we would want tourists to go and stay. So if any of you is from any of these areas, you can right away apply. So it's a very easy online application. It is on the Meghalaya One portal. So with all these initiatives, as I said, I am very, very optimistic that we'll see wonderful things as we move along in the sector. I thank everybody. Thank you so much. Kuble Shibun.
Thank you so much, sir, for that address and for highlighting those numbers. Please note that whoever is sitting here, if you can spread the word about this mission, the state is doing a lot to support our local entrepreneurs and future homestay owners. Let's give a big round of applause to the state government for, giving us this initiative. In the tourism ecosystem, we definitely have a lot of stakeholders. So from associations, taxi associations, to hotels and shops, and so many aspects out there. So, to somewhat shed some light on that ecosystem from the stakeholders' point of view, I do have a few people who will be speaking now. The first person I would like to call upon is the President of Tour Operators Association of Meghalaya. His name is Mr. E. Banlumlang Bla. Sir, if you're here, it'll be great if you can come on stage and give us your address.
Honorable Chief Minister Shri Conrad K. Sangma, Commissioner and Secretary Tourism Dr. Vijay Kumar DIAS, Ms. Brenda Lee Pakantane, Director of Tourism, Mr. Roy, CEO of Outlook, Mr. Kishan Tebiwal from the Polo Tower Group, respected dignitaries, colleagues, friends from the tourism fraternity, ladies and gentlemen. It is an honor to stand before you today in keeping the spirit of this year World Tourism theme. The theme of this year is Tourism and Sustainable Transformation. This is a day where the world comes together to recognize the role of tourism in fostering connection, opportunity, and sustainable development. Here in Meghalaya, we have seen just now, Meghalaya calling, we have every reason to celebrate. Although is it an extended celebration because we had one on last Saturday, but then it is so important to celebrate Tourism Day because here it helps us to see and look for ourselves, where are we, how we can promote tourism, how we can sustain tourism, and as responsible stakeholders and facilitators from the government side, we are here with a mission to see that tourism in the state grows. The Department of Tourism, under the visionary leadership of our Honorable Chief Minister and his government, has undertaken bold and innovative steps that will redefine the way visitors experience our state. You have just heard just now from our Commissioner and Secretary that today the launches from India's first tourism toll-free helpline to the revamped Meghalaya tourism website, the Homestay Scheme, the CM Elevate Prime Tourism Vehicle, the Outlook Responsible Tourism Award, and the Community-Led Tourism Scheme grants all demonstrate a forward-looking approach that balances growth with responsibility. These initiatives mark a new chapter in Meghalaya's tourism journey. The helpline will help every traveler a sense of safety and assurance. The website will place our destination on a stronger digital platform. The Homestay Scheme will empower families and communities, allowing visitors to experience our culture in the most authentic way. The flagging off of tourism vehicles will symbolize world-class infrastructure, while the awards remind us that true progress comes when we care for our environment and communities. And with the communities-led tourism grants, the government has placed the people of Meghalaya at the very heart of this transformation. We always need a transformation. I've seen tourism for so many years in the state. For decades we have seen, but we have seen the growth of tourism at its peak during this time. We have seen the growth during the last couple of years, the last 10 years, how tourism has grown in this state. And we had a big footfall of 16 lakh tourists. It is an envy of all tourism destinations that Meghalaya is getting 16 lakhs tourist footfall. So when we get 16 lakhs tourist footfall, we have to sustain this growth. And to sustain this growth means all of us jointly should work together. On behalf of all of us, especially from the stakeholders who are part of the tourism fraternity, I extend our heartfelt appreciation to the Government of Meghalaya and the Department of Tourism for their vision and commitment. These efforts not only make Meghalaya a more attractive destination, but also ensure that the benefit of tourism reach every home and every village. As we applaud these initiatives, let us also renew our commitment. Commitment as stakeholders is very, very important, because unless we have commitment for responsible tourism, commitment to sustainable tourism, commitment to give the best services that we can with all our resources available with us, this is very important for us to take tourism forward. And as stakeholders and entrepreneurs and citizens to work hand in hand with the government. Together we can create a model of tourism. We want to create a model of tourism that is safe. Everybody talks about safety, sustainable, inclusive, and truly world-class. We want world-class tourism here. We have seen that today Meghalaya will be facing lots of destinations, competition from other destinations, and we have to see that we are on the top every day of our tourism service. We have to see that we are on the top. We should not allow other destinations to come ahead of us. So that way we will feel proud, and we have that passion and that enthusiasm to work as tourism stakeholders for the benefit of our state. On this occasion, this very important occasion, let us celebrate not just the beauty of Meghalaya, but the spirit of the people, the spirit of all of us sitting here and all those who are outside, who are in the tourism business, and those also who are not in the tourism business, and the vision of a government that is working tirelessly to make Meghalaya a premier tourism destination in India and globally, and also a key driver of the state's economy and employment. So tourism is a key driver today we have seen of the employment in the state, and we hope that with employment we will get a better place, a peaceful state, and a state which we can be proud of. So with these few words, thank you one and all.
Thank you so much, Sir Bla, for your contribution to the tourism ecosystem in the state. Our next speaker, he is the Vice Chairperson for Federation of Shillong Hotels and Chairman of Hotel Polo Towers Group, Mr. Kishan Tibrewala. I'd like to call him. Let's welcome him with a warm round of applause.
Thank you for this opportunity. Good morning, our Honorable Chief Minister, our Commissioner and Secretary Tourism, all the other ladies and gentlemen, invitees. I extend my greetings to one and all on this World Tourism Day today. And as Meghalaya is focusing on tourism, I'm sure the cake has just got bigger, and we all have a slice of it. And not only that, with the slice comes responsibility. So that's where responsible tourism plays a role. The digital initiative that is being launched today, I'm sure that would help us to connect with people far and wide. The multilingual part of the initiative is again a plus, that people can talk to us in any language. And when we speak of tourism, who is a tourist? A tourist is a person who has not visited our land. And once he's visited our land, I'm sure if he's happy, he will tell many others, and many others will follow his role. We are happy to be associated with the tourism sector in Meghalaya, with at least 4 projects so far. And that is not the end of it. Our association is committed to provide quality service to the tourists who are coming here. And this initiative launched today, I'm sure this will go a long way to connect to more tourists who have not yet visited Meghalaya. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, sir. Our next speaker on stage, he is the Chief Executive Officer for Outlook Group. And yes, let us all welcome Mr. Indranil Roy.
Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. I would like to thank the Honorable Chief Minister, Shri Conrad Sangma, Secretary Tourism, Dr. Vijay, Deputy Director Tourism, distinguished guests, respected colleagues, and champions of responsible tourism. Outlook Traveler has been publishing the travel magazine for the last 2 decades. we have been possibly the only travel magazine which is published from India by an Indian media organization. The Responsible Tourism Initiative is something which we started 10 years back when responsible tourism was not even a known word within the tourism sector. Over the period, we have traveled from across states, and we have worked very, very closely with Meghalaya. And particularly for the last 7 years, we have been working with Meghalaya in different formats. So as Dr. Vijay was mentioning, that we have been doing the awards consecutively for the last 3 years. We started by doing workshops. We started by doing training. And that was the kind of process that we followed over the last so many years. And that is how we connected with friends from across the state. And what we did, we created heroes among them. We took them beyond the boundaries of the state. We took them nationally. We took them to beyond, even to different countries. I mean, my friend Dorma, we took him to Rajasthan, where he was finding it very difficult to speak, but he still managed, and he got a round of applause when he was actually presenting this to the audience. So that's the kind of networking that we have been able to help the people of Meghalaya, the homestay owners, or the operators, or the small operators of this state. And we are very proud that we extend our help whenever they reach out to us in any form that they want from us. So that's the kind of integration that we have been able to do with the state, with the homestay owners, with the small tour operators of the state, and we are very proud to extend our relationship together with Meghalaya. I am deeply honored that we have been given the privilege to manage this over the last 3 years for conducting these awards, and it is my hope and my wish that we will grow further and bigger in the course of time. Things are changing, new terms are coming in, new challenges are coming in. With climate change around us, there are lots and lots of challenges that are coming on the way. So the responsibility that we have is that we need to integrate people, place, and the planet together. And that is how we will progress in the course of time. I thank you all, and I thank you to the Honorable Chief Minister for giving us this opportunity. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, sir, for those words, and of course for sharing with us some insight with regards to Indian responsible tourism. Of course, the Indian responsible tourism had a state summit on the 27th of September, which was also World Tourism Day. Meghalaya is being searched a lot online. Are we ready for that? That's the question. The next part of today's event is a performance by Gitanjali Dance Academy. They will be presenting The Land of Beauty and Humanity. Let us welcome them on stage with a warm round of applause. Gitanjali Dance Academy, Shillong, is one of the leading institutions dedicated to nurturing the art of Indian classical and contemporary dance. Founded with a vision to preserve tradition while embracing modern creativity, the Academy has trained and inspired countless young dancers. The notable highlights include acclaimed stage productions, national-level performances, and representing Meghalaya in prestigious cultural festivals across India. The troupe is led by none other than Mrs. Monica Chanda. Ladies and gentlemen, we have the cherry blossom right there. Let's give them a big round of applause. And let us, acknowledge, the main person for this group. We have Ms. Monica Chanda right there, gracefully draped in her sari. Let's give a big round of applause for Mrs. Monica Chanda. Ladies and gentlemen, we have come to the most important part of today's program. Right now, I would like to invite our Honorable Chief Minister, Sri Conrad K. Sangma, on stage. He will be unveiling something that, it's right here. So I'm sure some of you may already know what it is, but I'll keep the suspense, and I'll definitely, of course, call the chief guest for today. So it'll be great if you can unveil this mystery for all of us today. So, ladies and gentlemen, are you ready? All right, let's count with me. 1, 1, 2. So we can do 1, 2, 3. Yes. So, sir, the clicker is for this video. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the promotional video.
Where clouds touch the earth lies Meghalaya, the land where waterfalls thunder. Bridges are woven by nature. Villages shine with harmony. The land where every journey is personal. Here, nature is alive, culture is timeless, and every journey is a story. And now discovering it is simple. Plan your trip, find hidden gems, shop local, all in one place. Explore activities and attractions by regions. Choose from experiences that find your calling. This is more than a journey. It's a personal awakening. Need help? We are just a call away. Dial 1-800-599-2026 to connect with us.
www.meghalayatourism.in. Remember that website. It's a very user-friendly website you will all enjoy. And of course, right now, I would like to call our our chief guest for today, our Honorable Chief Minister, to say a few words with regards to this.
Our Commissioner and Secretary of the Tourism Department, all the officials present here today, our Director of Tourism, the different stakeholders of the tourism sector who are present here today, and all the other guests including our CEO from Outlook and other guests who have joined us here today to be part of this program, which is a part of a larger program for the celebration of the World Tourism Day. A lot has changed in the last 7.5 years, since we started working on really putting tourism as one of the top, I should say, priorities in terms of the opportunities that we saw, in terms of the employment that could be created, and in terms of the overall competitive advantage that we as a state have. We started working on developing the tourism and the tourism sector as a whole in the last 7.5 years. And as has been mentioned by so many people who spoke before me, that we are finally starting to see the impact of the different steps that have been taken by us to overall improve the tourism ecosystem in the state of Meghalaya. In the last couple of years, starting 2023, we had about 14 lakh tourists, domestic tourists who came in. That's 1.4 million tourists. And last year, 2024, that number increased to 16 lakhs, 1.6 million tourists. So in a matter of 2 years, we saw an increase of about 2 lakh tourists coming into our state. And also, if you look at the international tourists, in 2023, we had about 2 lakh international tourists that came in. And in 2024, we had 2.3 lakh international tourists that have come to our state. These numbers are clearly a testament of the kind of change that we are seeing in the overall tourism sector in our state. And I'm happy to inform you that this growth has been very, very consistent. And it's not that these are spikes that happen once in a while, but these are planned strategies and policies that we put in place to see that consistency, to see that growth, to see that sustainability in the whole process. And that is the most satisfying aspect of the growth that we are seeing in tourism. Even this program that we're having today, I'm sure many of us remember these programs being celebrated 7 years back. And you can compare the kind of overall improvement in the quality of how we present ourselves, how we are packaging ourselves, and how we are able to market the tourism sector in a much, much stronger and aggressive manner now compared to what we were 7.5 years back. Just to give also an idea to you, that currently we have about close to 50,000 plus, in fact, people who are directly and indirectly employed in the tourism sector. And our target is the next 3 years to create another 50,000 jobs in the tourism sector, indirectly and directly. And that is something, as I said, we have mapped it, we have planned it. You're aware that Government of Meghalaya has a Vision 2028 and a Vision 2032, in which we have clearly defined the kind of economic growth that we want for our state. But again, which we always believe, an economic growth without having meaningful impact in the lives of the people of the state is not an economic growth that we would want. And therefore, we have interlinked and worked out in details of how the economic growth that we'll achieve will actually be done through the tourism sector, through the agriculture sector, through the service sector, through the IT sector, overall through manufacturing industries. In all the areas, what we expect and how do we ensure that every individual and sector contributes to this goal of ours to take forward our economy, these all have been mapped out. And it's on the basis of that that we have come out with these different programs that we are having. You'll be happy to know that even as we speak, there are about 210 tourism infrastructure projects that are being implemented, which is valued at about 3,625 crores worth of investment, whether it's from the public sector or the private sector. The investment is taking place in different projects and different schemes throughout the state. The new project that we have come out with which is the homestays, the Chief Minister's Meghalaya Homestay Mission, again is mentioned by Dr. Vijay, that we have realized that there is a requirement for almost 19,000 rooms, and we are at about 9,000, and no matter how much we push the private sector and other projects, we will be able to maybe touch another 4,000 to max 5,000 rooms. And hence, there is a huge requirement for rooms, and we strongly felt that the homestay scheme, which has worked very well in the past, we are hopeful that this homestay, the new mission that we have, is going to really take this entire mission of ours into a new level. And I was just sharing with Dr. Vijay, which of course next week we should be coming out with the announcement that for the national games, we have a requirement of certain rooms for the games village, as they called it before. But we as a government have realized that constructing games village will have a legacy problem, because what happens after the game is over? And hence we realized that rather than constructing a games village, which will cost us hundreds of crores, it is better that we invest our money into standardized homestays, which will then act as games village, so that during the games, these homestays can be used as an accommodation for the athletes. And after the games are over, these will be run as homestays and serve the tourists who are coming to our state. So therefore, this model has not been done in different parts of the country for the different national games. We are the first ones to be experimenting with this. So by next week, to combine with the Chief Minister's Meghalaya Homestay Mission, we'll be coming out with this program where we will be having the homestay for the national games, where, as I said, we will use it for the national games, and post that, that same project will become an asset for the tourism sector. I'm also happy to inform you that apart from the 3,600 crores worth of work that is going on today, just recently, Government of India, through the donor ministry, has sanctioned an additional amount of 250 plus crores for the tourism sector and for development of infrastructure, especially in the Sora area. So the donor ministry had asked us to give a plan and a roadmap on how one destination would be developed. And after we gave that particular roadmap and that plan, which I must say that all the states gave the plans, Meghalaya also gave its plan, and the donor ministry was very happy to see the plan that was made for Sora, for Cherrapunji area, which we developed as one destination. From the moment the person lands in the airport to the entire experience for the tourist of every day, what he or she will go through, and then again, of course, going back to their homes. So therefore, this kind of a challenge was put up to the northeastern states, and I'm happy to inform you that we have been able to present our case very well, and the Honorable Donor Minister was very happy to sanction, as I said, an additional amount of 260 crores under PM Divine to develop the Sora destination in a very, very grand manner. We will be, in fact, having the program during the cherry blossom time. That is the time when the Honorable Donor Minister also will be coming. So we will be having a program during that time to ensure that, to lay the foundation for that particular project. Apart from that, of course, you are also aware that by 2027, maybe mid-2027, hopefully early 2027, the works for the extension of the Umroi Airport should be complete. And once that is done, as you're all aware, we will be having direct commercial flights, the larger ones, the A320 flights of the Indigo, Spice, Air India, and other airlines landing directly from different metros right here in Shillong. And we are very, very confident that once these direct flights start landing in Shillong, in Umroi Airport, this will be a major, major game changer for the tourism sector. So, as correctly mentioned by some of the speakers before me, that we need to be prepared for that moment. And therefore, all the work that we're doing, so many different projects that are happening, so many different hotels that are coming up. As you're aware, this hotel was not progressing. There were some challenges. But we worked with the different stakeholders. And today, this hotel, which was actually in a kind of a limbo, was ultimately operationalized in 2022. Similarly, the Crowborough Hotel also, which was languishing for 35 years, was made operational again in 2022. And I'm happy to inform you that 2 more projects, 5-star hotels, the construction work right now is going on. We expect those hotels to be complete by maybe 2 years' time. And there are 2 more 5-star hotels which are in the tendering process, including one in Tura. We want Tura also to have a 5-star hotel. So Tura will have a 5-star hotel. That tendering process is happening. And 2 more 5-star hotels are under the process of the concept being made. So we expect that by 2030, we will be having 8 5-star hotels, apart from our other existing hotels which are already there. And apart from that, all the other homestays and other smaller projects that will come up. So therefore, all the plan to ensure that the vision that we have is implemented, all of these activities are taking place. And we are preparing the ecosystem to be able to then really absorb all this flow of tourists, which we expect to happen in a very, very big way in the coming years. I also want to share with you that the concept of the concert economy, which Honorable Prime Minister has mentioned many times, is actually a concept which Meghalaya has been practicing for a very, very long time. I think all of you are aware of that. And the concert economy is something which a lot of people, they debate on this. They question whether we should spend money on concerts and other things. But I want to lay some facts down to all of you today to inform you about how these activities boost tourism. Number one, these are not projects where government invests 100% of the money. It's a partnership. There is a certain part that government invests, but a large part that the private sector themselves come and they invest. And hence, it's not that government is spending all the money in it. Number two, from last year's numbers, just to share with you, that government spent 23.5 crores in the last year, 2024-2025. We spent 23.5 crores, but the revenue that was generated because of this in the economy was 133.42 crores. So that's almost a 5.6 times the returns on the investments that were made by the government. And therefore, clearly, this is an area which we are very bullish about. Coming November, we'll be having a number of artists who are coming to Shillong for the Cherry Blossom Festival. We'll have other artists coming for the Megong Festival. We'll be very soon announcing the artists who will be coming for the Megong Festival also. At the same time, there are certain other artists of international level. The whole list is there with me, but it's early for me to share it with you. But very, very prominent artists, from the global arena, who are very keen to come and perform, especially in Shillong. And this is happening because of the response from the artists themselves. You must have seen the video where Ed Sheeran himself had said that in the entire country in India, the best crowd and the best concert he had was right here in Shillong. It's because there's a different, vibe to it. There's a different mood. There's a different response. Every single person in that concert, in that arena, was actually a singer and singing along with the artist himself. And therefore, these are kind of responses even the artist, they desire, they want it. And they get that kind of response in Shillong and in Meghalaya. And therefore, we are seeing huge response coming in from artists from around the globe who are specifically mentioning that we will be performing either in Bangalore, either in Mumbai, or in Shillong. That's the kind of list they are themselves saying. And I don't want to name the artists. I'm so tempted to say it, but I won't say it right now. But it's very exciting. So when these kind of responses come, we realize that how we've been able to brand ourselves, as the destination when it comes to concerts and comes to music. And as I mentioned, this is something that adds to our economy. This is something that creates jobs for our people. This is something that creates a brand for our state. And that's really what we are hoping to do and take forward. Before I conclude, I only want to mention 2-3 more things regarding the entire ecosystem for tourism. Now, everything I've said in the last 10-15 minutes about the infrastructure and the investments we're making, the growth story, see, all of this will make no sense or will have no impact if we are not able to create the right environment in our place. Now, when I say that, I'm saying it with a lot of sense of responsibility. And that's really what we need to realize. That at the end of the day, while we develop tourism, the infrastructure, the hotels, the airports, all of this development that will take place will ultimately come down to how we treat the people who come to our state. That is, and at the end of the day, the key to ensuring that our tourism thrives, as a very, very important sector. So when I say that, what is important for us to realize is that every experience that a tourist has, is very, very important, and sometimes we don't realize how important those, those experiences are. I'll share with you one experience that I had, which is why I mentioned this today to you. Is that I was in one, tourist place. So we had booked a vehicle, and my younger daughter was very small that time. She must be about 3 years old. And, I don't remember much of what happened in the trip that we had. And I don't remember much of the places also. I'm very bad at it, actually. The only thing I remember was that every day that driver would come with some chocolate and would be so kind to my daughter, would ensure that her safety is number one for him. And that really touched me. And I realized how small things like these has impacted my desire to go back to that place because of the way they treated my daughter at that moment. And what I'm trying to tell you is that these small experiences matter. Whether it's our taxi drivers, whether it's the person serving in the restaurant, whether it is the tour operator speaking to the tourist, whether it's a shopkeeper speaking to the tourist when they're buying things, I think our behavior, the way we treat them, I think are the most cherished, I should say, memories that a tourist will carry back with him or her. And I think that is so important that we need to continue to do that. I hope the tourism sector, of course, department is doing a lot, but I really encourage that we must have more and more of the sensitization programs when it comes to the stakeholders of how we should treat and talk and speak to our tourists. I think it's very, very important to be able to do that. And I think that is one of the most important aspects, as I said, for tourism. And linked to that, is, areas of safety. And therefore, we are very keen. Earlier, the tourism department had mentioned that we will be coming out with tourist buddies, and we would like to see how we can engage with our local communities to ensure that we are able to create a very, very strong and a very safe environment for our tourists. We are already safe. I'm not saying we are not, but I'm saying it's a question of how we can make that even better. And therefore, we need to improve all of that, engage with the community, engage with the society, and ensure that we are able to create that kind of an environment where tourists will compare and say, Meghalaya is the safest place in the entire world, not just the country. And I think that is the kind of mindset that I would want to move forward with. So while the infrastructure and development takes place, the soft part, is very, very crucial to ensure that we can build up that brand and build up that confidence that people would want. And therefore, I really urge all the stakeholders. In recent past, we have had certain challenges, and those challenges and issues are genuine. There are many genuine issues that are there. I don't deny that they're not genuine. There are genuine issues, genuine concerns are there. But we need to be very careful on how we deal with these situations and problems so that we send the right message to the tourist. Because tourists are watching, people are watching, and in today's social media world, it just requires one post to really damage the years and decades of investment and brand building that has been done. And therefore, all of these aspects are very crucial for us to ensure that we are able to move forward in a very positive manner. I will not speak much, but I just want to conclude by just telling all the citizens and the people from the tourism sector that this scheme that we have come up with today is really an amazing scheme. I don't think anywhere in the country 70% subsidy is being given for homestays. I don't think anywhere. And therefore, this is a very, very positive program and scheme. Please take advantage of this. We really would like to see that we're able to touch the 3,000 room target that we have set under this new mission. At the same time, the new number that we have come out with, of course, other states also may be having, but the way we have unified everything and the way we have professionally done this project, this may be one of the best kind of a tourist helpline number, toll-free number which is available. So this will be something that will, of course, enhance the overall tourist experience. The new website you have seen, we have really improved the overall quality of the website. Almost 2,000 rooms out of the 9,000 today are being digitally checked in. So when tourists come to most of the rooms, there's 2,000 rooms which are already on our portal and on our list, tourists don't have to give their IDs, don't have to give them. They're already checked in. We have all the register, we have all the information about them. They just come in and they just go into the room, they get the card, they leave. And obviously this also helps us to keep a database of the tourist and also the exact itinerary of the tourist. And all of these things are being digitized today. So this is being done in a large scale. I hope that maybe in about a year or so, all the 9,000 rooms, including the homestays, will also be registered with us, and we'll be able to really make the experience of the customer and the tourist really seamless in the coming days. And of course, this will also help us to provide overall safety and security measures to all the tourists. We will know exactly when they're coming in, when they're going out. So all of these factors will help us to serve and to better the experience of the tourists. And the homestays, I really encourage you to please register with us, because once you registered with us and you take the scheme, the new scheme that has come out, you get an additional amount of about 50,000, right? So another additional amount of 50,000 for those existing homestays who are going to take this new scheme. So that you will only get if you're registered with us. So we request you to register with us so that you can avail that additional 50,000 subsidy that we are going to give through this particular scheme. So friends, again, I wish you all the very best. I thank the Outlook team that has been working with us for the last 3 years. It's a great branding, I should say, for our people, because it really gives them like that certification that, look, this place is really, top class. And I think that is really the objective of what we're trying to do. And of course, in the meantime, we also want to create competition. We want you to compete with each other, because I've always believed that competition is the healthiest way to make things grow, to make people work harder, and to make people reach, higher levels of service and overall quality. And therefore, I'm very happy, and we'll ensure that this program continues in the future. And yes, we would like to see that our stakeholders also get an opportunity to go to different parts of the country, different parts of the world, and engage with other stakeholders so that they can learn from them and they can implement those experiences here in Meghalaya State. So with these few words, once again, wishing you all a very, very happy World Tourism Day, wishing you all the very best. Please remember, government is a facilitator. Government is we are here to create the policy, create the infrastructure, create the system and the ecosystem, but it is you who has to run it. It is you who has to take it forward, and it is you who will have to really take advantage of the opportunities that are there. And hence, the critical part lies with the people sitting in this room. We as policymakers will provide that particular framework, will provide that particular ecosystem, but you will have to take things forward. So I wish you all the very best for the future, and thank our entire team of the tourism department, which has been working tirelessly to bring up the tourism sector to where it is today. And I hope that in the next 5 years, I expect 5 years will be a major, major game-changing phase for the tourism department. You can mark my words, because we already see the kind of infrastructures that are coming up. We already seeing the kind of, the work that we're doing. Next 5 years is going to be the most critical part. The foundations have been laid. The transition is in process. After 5 years, you will see the kind of difference that has been there in terms of the tourism sector and in terms of the jobs that will be created through the tourism sector. So once again, wishing you all the very best, and may God bless each and every one of you. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, sir, for those words and updates, and making us filled with excitement for the coming years in the tourism sector. With that being said, let us move on to the next part of our program today. Right now, sir, unfortunately, I may have to ask you to come back on stage. We will be felicitating, there are recipients today. These are the community-led tourism infrastructure scheme recipients. And of course, this action today is an effort to encourage community efforts in promoting tourism infrastructure. So we'll make this as quick as possible. I request all the recipients to kindly be ready. And as and when you hear your names being called out, please come on stage. I request our Honorable Chief Minister to again come on stage to give away these awards. He will be accompanied by Dr. Vijay Kumar as well. Hame Nginsan Society. Hame Nginsan Society. Ladies and gentlemen, you can cheer them up by giving them their round of applauses as they come and collect their checks. Wailar Tourism Cooperative Society. Wailar Tourism Cooperative Society. Each of these recipients are receiving 10 lakhs each. Let's clap for the state government for that amount. And next we have Sinrang Tourism Promotion Society. Sinrang Tourism Promotion Society. Next we have Evergreen Tourism Cooperative Society. Evergreen Tourism Cooperative Society. Next we have Yathillai Tourism and Allied Activities Society. All right, let me again. Sinrang Tourism. Evergreen Tourism Cooperative Society. Yathillai Tourism and Allied Activities, Sinrang Singi Tourism, Lamlinti Tourism Promotion Society, Lamlinti Tourism Promotion Society, let's clap for the lady. She is, I think, from Lamlinti Tourism Promotion Society. Next is Sum Pitcher Plant Community Reserve. Sum Pitcher Plant Community Reserve. Next on stage, I believe it's Umsum Pitcher Plant Community Reserve. After Umsum, we have Lamjingshai Women Multipurpose Cooperative Society. Lamjingshai Women Multipurpose Cooperative Society. After Lamjingshai, we have Sarang Ecotourism. Sarang Ecotourism Multipurpose Cooperative Society. Nishangram Babupara Tourism and Development Society. So on stage we have Nishangram. Sarang is next. Sarang Ecotourism Multipurpose Cooperative Society. On stage, it's Sarang Ecotourism Multipurpose Cooperative Society. Next, we have Hala Tinrai Ecotourism. Hala Tinrai Ecotourism Cooperative Society. Lakerpat ya barok ki bayo ya kini ki grant subha bakin kamstet kendial nekin nang yang lupa. After that, we have Fish Sanctuary Park. On stage, it's Halatanrai. After Halatanrai, we have Fish Sanctuary Park. Fish Sanctuary Park. After Fish Sanctuary Park, we have Dhulai Malai Village. Dhulai Malai Village. Request all the beneficiaries to kindly stay on stage. This is Dholai Malai Village. After this, we have Nongdong Maurya. Nongdong Maurya, Pongkung, South Semper. Next recipient is from Nongdong Maurya, Pongkung, South Semper. After Nongdong Maurya, we have Nongjiri Village Limput Cave. They're not here. Nongjiri Village is not here, I suppose. Anyone from Nongjiri Village? Next. Nongjiri is there? Okay. Nongjiri Village Limput Cave. After this, we have Plangwan Broi, Mausenram. Plangwan Broi, Mausenram. Plangwan Broi, Mausenram. Next, we'd like to call upon Saitshilya Maulinu Village. Saitshilya Maulinu Village. And our last recipient is Patogan Nengminja Memorial Association. Patogan Nengminja Memorial Association. So our last recipient for the community-led infrastructure scheme is Patogan Nengminja Memorial Association. Now we'll have one group photograph on stage. For the next round of awards, this is part of the Outlook Indian Responsible Tourism State Awards. I repeat, for the next round of awards, we have the Outlook Indian Responsible Tourism State Awards. And to join the chief guest and Sir Vijay on stage, I request Mr. Indranil Roy, the CEO for Outlook, to kindly come on stage. Ladies and gentlemen, we have here the next round of awards, which is the Outlook Indian Responsible Tourism State Awards. Recipients, please be ready. The first category is the Sustainable Leadership Homestays. There are 4 recipients. The first recipient that I would like to call upon is from Konthong Travelers Nest. The award is called the One to Watch. Let's give a big round of applause for Konthong Travelers Nest. The second award under this category is also called One to Watch Award, and the recipient for this is Care Yum Homestay. Care Yum Homestay. Under the Sustainable Leadership Homestays, the third award, which is called a Silver Award, goes to Kiva Homestay. Kiva Homestay. Ladies and gentlemen, this is silver, so it's a big deal. Let's congratulate them and give them probably a louder round of applause. Kiva Homestay. Congrats. And the final award, the fourth award, which is the Gold Award for the Sustainable Leadership Homestay, goes to Hills Abode Homestay. Hills Abode Homestay. We move on to the next category. We have the Sustainable Leadership B&B and Guest House category. Sustainable Leadership B&B and Guest House category. The first award is called the One to Watch Award. Let me call Hupoe Inn. Hupoe Inn. They won the One to Watch Award, and let's welcome them. We have a lady here. Let's congratulate her. Our next recipient is again under the One to Watch Award from Alda Nok Inn. Alda Nok Inn. Alda Nok Inn is way before reaching William Nagar if you're traveling from Tura. It's really, really beautiful. And of course, they are winning the One to Watch Award under the Sustainable Leadership B&B and Guest House. The next award is the Silver Award, and the name of the recipient is the Homestay. Somebody from the Homestay, please come up to collect the Silver Award. Oh, we have a boy. Let's clap for the boy. He's from the Homestay. This is under the Sustainable Leadership B&B and Guest House category. And the Gold Award under the Sustainable Leadership B&B and Guest House goes to Orange Inn Stay. Orange Inn Stay. The winner, the Gold Award, goes to Orange Inn Stay. Next category is called the Sustainable Leadership Travel Enterprises. Next category is called the Sustainable Leadership Travel Enterprises. The first award, which is the One to Watch Award, goes to Suki Suki Wellness. Suki Suki Wellness. Ladies and gentlemen, we have Suki Suki Wellness. She's achieved the One to Watch Award under the Sustainable Leadership Travel Enterprises category. Next, we have the Outdoor Fanatics. The Outdoor Fanatics, they've won the One to Watch Award under the Sustainable Leadership Travel Enterprises. Outdoor Fanatics. The next recipient is for the Silver Award. It's called the Green Route. Green Route is the next recipient for the Silver Award. Green Route. Green Route. Ladies and gentlemen, we can do better than that, I'm sure. Green Route for the Silver Award under the Sustainable Leadership Travel Enterprises. And the Gold Award goes to Pedal Compass. Pedal Compass is the gold recipient for Sustainable Leadership Travel Enterprises. We have a very handsome looking boy. Oh, sorry. And then let's move on to the next category, Sustainability Champions Musical Traditions. Sustainability Champions Musical Traditions. The first one is Naubnai. Naubnai is the first recipient for One to Watch Award. Naubnai. For the silver, I'd like to call upon Mukhuri. Mukhuri. For the silver, I'd like to call upon Mukhuri. For the gold, they performed today, but they're also winning the award. Khasi Creative Society for the gold. Everyone, a very loud round of applause for Khasi Creative Society. Remember, this is under the Sustainable Champions Musical Traditions category. Sustainable Champions Musical Traditions category. Gold goes to Khasi Creative Society. Ladies and gentlemen, next category is the Sustainable Experiences Food. The next category is the Sustainable Experiences Food category. Let's move on to the Sustainable Experiences Food category. The One to Watch Award goes to Port Leo Wines. The first award goes to Port Leo Wines. They're receiving the One to Watch Port Leo Wines. Next award for silver goes to the Tea Story. In brackets, we have brand of Origindia. Origindia. The Tea Story is receiving the silver award. We have a gentleman on my right. Let's clap for the Tea Story. The Tea Story, he's receiving the silver award. The gold recipient is the Meghalayan Experience. The gold recipient is the Meghalayan Experience. This is under the Sustainable Experiences Food category. Ladies and gentlemen, our next category is Sustainable Leadership, Nature Conservation. Sustainable Leadership, Nature Conservation. We have Maumalom Tourism and Allied Activities Cooperative Society. Maumalom Tourism and Allied Activities Cooperative Society. They are receiving the Silver Award. They are receiving the Silver Award. The gold recipient for the Sustainable Leadership Nature Conservation category, we have Living Bridge Foundation. Living Bridge Foundation for the gold. Living Bridge Foundation for the gold. Our next category is the Grassroots Heroes category. Sustainability Champions Grassroots Heroes. One to Watch Award goes to Gregory Alia Warjri. Gregory Alia Warjri for Nomads. I think on stage we have the members from the Living Bridge Foundation. They are the recipient for the Gold Award. On my right we have Gregory Alia Warjri representing Nomads. He's winning the One to Watch Award under the Sustainability Champions Grassroots Heroes. Our next silver recipient is Shri Murtan Kongjleo. Shri Murtan Kongjleo, he's winning the silver award for the Sustainability Champions Grassroots Heroes. We have Ba Murtan on my right here. Everyone, let's clap for Ba Murtan Kongjleo. He is receiving the silver award for the Sustainability Champions Grassroots Heroes. Our next recipient for the gold is from Project Clean Surrounding. Project Clean Surrounding. Project Clean Surrounding. We have a gentleman on the left. He is representing Project Clean Surrounding, receiving the gold award. We have one last category, ladies and gentlemen. We have one last category, which is called the Sustainability Champions Cultural Ambassadors category. Re Tre is the recipient for One to Watch Award. Re Tre. This is under the Cultural Ambassadors category. Cultural Ambassadors category. Next recipient is La E Black Pottery. La E Black Pottery, again receiving the One to Watch Award under the Cultural Ambassadors category. Next, I would like to call upon the silver recipient for Cultural Ambassadors. We have Balsarang D. Marak. Balsarang D. Marak for the silver award under the Sustainability Champions Cultural Ambassadors. Next silver recipient belongs to Guilford Pade Arts. Guilford Pade Arts, he's receiving the silver award for Sustainability Champions Cultural Ambassadors category. The gold award for the Sustainability Champions Cultural Ambassadors goes to Re and Last Airy Silk Weaving and Dyeing Unit. I think the loudest. Gold award goes to Re and Last Airy Silk Weaving and Dyeing Unit. They are the gold recipients for Sustainability Champions Cultural Ambassadors category. Ladies and gentlemen, we have just one more winner, which is the overall winner of the Outlook Indian Tourism Responsible Tourism State Awards. The overall winner goes to Living Bridge Foundation. I repeat, the overall winner goes to the Living Bridge Foundation members. So ladies and gentlemen, overall there are 8 categories for the Outlook Indian Responsible Tourism State Awards. Sustainable Leadership Homestays, Sustainable Leadership B&B and Guest House category, Sustainable Leadership Travel Enterprises, Sustainable Leadership Champions, Musical Traditions, Sustainable Experiences, Food, Nature Conservation, Grassroots Heroes, and Cultural Ambassadors. Ladies and gentlemen, let's thank our chief guests and all the dignitaries on stage. Thank you so much, sirs. We have come to the conclusion of the award ceremony. We are also coming towards the end of this program, and we are so happy that it has been very successful and very much that we can look forward to tourism in Meghalaya for the next 5 years. Right now, I think we'll do one group photograph with you and the audience before I call Ma'am Brenda Pakanten for the vote of thanks. Vote of thanks. All right, so I'd like to call upon Srimati Brenda L. Pakanten, MCS, for the vote of thanks. And then immediately after that, I request each and every one of you to line yourself up for a group photograph along with the chief guest.
Thank you to the anchor. Very good afternoon to our Honorable Chief Minister of Meghalaya, Shri Conrad K. Sangma, Commissioner and Secretary, Tourism Department, Dr. Vijay Kumar Sir, and all who are in attendance, ladies, gentlemen, friends, good afternoon. To formally close the function, I rise to propose the vote of thanks, firstly to express a heartfelt gratitude to our Honorable Chief Minister of Meghalaya, Sir Conrad K. Sangma, for gracing this occasion with your kind presence as we extend the celebration of World Tourism Day 2025 today with the launch of various programs and mission of the Tourism Department for the shared benefit of all who are involved in the sector. Thank you, sir. The programs and missions you have launched today represent your resolute, citizen-centric leadership with a balance of the traditional, the creative, the futuristic, and environmentally conscious, all of which will ensure that tourism in our state marches on strongly ahead, steadily and surely, while taking along everyone on this incredible journey. Thank you, sir. We also thank our Commissioner Secretary of Tourism Department, Dr. Vijay Kumar Sir, who propels the objective and the goals of sustainable tourism for years to come, and a clear roadmap for all of us to work together like a cohesive team as we build the sector collectively from strength to strength. Thank you, sir. Thank you to all the other officers of the government serving in various departments who are present here, the tourist officers from across the state, the officers and staff of Tourism Department, Directorate, MTDC, and all official key partners of Tourism Department, such as the Meghalayan Age Limited, the MBMA, and many others who are working daily and particularly for today. Our local stakeholders, various groups, societies, community, and the tourism industries who are directly and indirectly engaging with tourism work. Your contribution in every way is very meaningful and significant to the overall sound health of tourism in the state. Thank you so much for all of this. Thank you to our friends, the deserving recipients of the awards under various categories of the Indian Responsible Tourism State Summit Meghalaya Edition 2025, which was held on the 27th, last Saturday in the State Convention Center. May you serve as inspiration and influence to all others, right from the youths to the elders of our state, our country, and beyond. Along these lines, I thank the Outlook Group for an excellent collaboration in holding the Indian Responsible State Summit 3rd Meghalaya Edition 2025. I take this opportunity to thank all the esteemed jury members and the speakers who are present here today and those in absentia for your participation in the State Summit and where they shared their valuable knowledge and experiences. The beneficiaries of grant under the new community-led scheme of our department, I thank you and I also congratulate you. This is an opportunity to create tourist destination in your respective area across our state, and we are positive you will do justice to the cause as we work together towards this objective. I would like to thank the gracious speakers, Baban Lumbla, Shri Kishan Tebriwal, Shri Indranil Roy, speaking on behalf of tour operators, Shillong Hotels, and Outlook Group, respectively, the talented performers of Khasi Creative Society and Gitanjali Dance Academy for making the occasion and marking it with your enthralling performances. I would also like to mention the press and the media and thank them for covering this program. Our event management from Avenues, Marriott Hotel for this venue, thank you. And in case I may have missed out on anyone, my apologies, and I thank you for your contribution to the success of this program today. Thank you so much to one and all.
Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. We thank you for your time, for being present today in this auspicious occasion. The program has come to an end, but before we all leave the hall, I request each and every one of you to kindly stand up on your seats. I request all the photographers to come up on stage, position yourselves so that we can have one beautiful looking picture along with the Honorable Chief Minister. Thank you, everyone. This is your MC, Mr. Mankrao Kopar Kharbuli. And until we see you next time, you've been an amazing audience. Thank you, everyone. Mithela Kublishipon.
I am Meghalaya, the land of clouds. Here, they grace the sky with their elegance, casting shadows and light across my land.